Good morning. This morning's video will replace our department meeting for this afternoon. Mrs. Knight said that as long as we could sign in somewhere and leave a comment to know that folks attended virtually, that could count for the meeting we are supposed to have as a department this Wednesday, and it would free up some time for you to do the work you need to do in PLCs. So that said, let me review what Dr. McHale said in our meeting last Wednesday. So the principal has requirements for his job, and he doesn't want us to be behind the 8 ball when it comes to reporting data and progress monitoring in our classrooms. So he has standardized how we are going to keep notes in our PLC meetings. We are going to use the form that was developed by he and the coaches, and we will upload that form to SharePoint on a weekly basis, and that way we as teachers won't be caught behind the 8 ball, and he as our leader will not either. So the new standardized form mimics forms that other high schools use. It's an interactive Word document, and I'll show you that template in a minute. The template can be customized if you know how to use the Developer tab on Word, and if you don't know how to do that, I can certainly show you how to do that. And the principal stress that we should task people in our PLCs with what they are good at. So if you have someone in your PLC group that is good at using Word and taking notes on a computer document and uploading to SharePoint, by all means give that person the note-taking job for your PLC. As you can see, I've just used my notes in this PLC video presentation. If you'd like a file copy of those notes, I'm happy to share that with you. So let me show you what the PLC note-taking form will look like. This is the current form that the 10th grade group is working on. It's currently 2 pages. This beginning part of the form has your team members' names, who was present, who was absent. The second section here is your unit plan. Then you have your quarterly calendar that's showing the standards that you're teaching. In conversation in the 10th grade group, we discussed just filling in from our focus calendar, that quarter 2 calendar, but you may adapt this form to fit the needs of your particular PLC. The first page of the form will stay relatively static week to week unless you're changing your unit plans. The second page of the form reflects what you actually discussed in your weekly meeting. You'll discuss one or more of the topics that are noted here, and the evidence column is where you will take your PLC notes. Just as Dr. McHale has requirements, we do too, and he reviewed the requirements in our meeting. We're required to meet with our PLC groups and put our documents on SharePoint. In PLC groups, there are specific things the district wants us to be doing. Deconstructing our standards, targeting standards for progress monitoring. So we don't have to progress monitor every standard, but we need to target ones that we will assess formatively and summatively in order to monitor kids' progress in their learning. We need to use our PLC time to develop common, summative, and formative assessments, and we need to use it to discuss student work. In the 10th grade PLC, Dr. Scanlon brought up the idea that there's other learning that we do in PLCs, valuable learning. So perhaps you want to add an other column to your topics chart on your PLC document. Just so you know, 2 books have been ordered for you and they are currently in. Dr. Scanlon will be passing out the Common Core Companion in your PLC meeting, and I was going to pass out teaching arguments today during our department meeting, but they're in Dr. Scanlon's office, so we'll arrange how we want to distribute those books. Data collection is changing too, so we have a new PLC note-taking form and we have a new data collection form, but the great news is we don't have to worry about that as teachers. This is what it looks like on the bottom right, but the coaches, and Dr. Scanlon in particular for English Language Arts, will be inputting the data there. Dr. Scanlon still wants us to upload our data to Performance Matters so that she can pull the data from there and put it in this document, and so that we can talk about the data as we have in the past using Performance Matters. The new PLC note-taking form starts now, so this week, if you need help with that, I will be here after school because we won't have to have a meeting. You can customize that form. Do what makes sense for your work and your group. Support each other. We were given examples from other high schools, and they were long documents. Some were 12 pages, some were 8 pages. I have photographs of some, and if you'd like me to share them with you, I am happy to do that. The focus in the language was on uniformity and standardization. Once again, Mrs. Knight said that we could use this video to substitute for our meeting this afternoon, but you have to leave a comment on the video. So like and comment, and let's play a little in comments. Leave your favorite baby animal or a picture. That'll help us build emotional resilience and beat stress. Remember, baby llama don't need no drama. If you have any questions, please come and see me. It has been a pleasure being your English department chair. Bye for now.